Well, I'm Jachi Tano. I'm here representing the Africa Trade Network, who at the moment are focusing on a campaign to stop free trade agreements between Europe and Africa, the Caribbean and the Pacific. Of course, this is something that with NAFTA in North America and with Canada, United States and Mexico, as well as the FTAs, all the comrades and activists in Canada will be fully aware of. In the case of Africa, of course, what Europe is doing exerts competitive pressure on the United States to do the same. The United States has already a similar agreement called the African Growth and Opportunities Agreement, which incorporates the same trade agenda. It incorporates the protection and the advancement of the security interests of the United States. Canada, of course, as a leading industrial nation, also has bilateral trade, investment and other economic relations with different parts of Africa. It has tried to use the instrument of the new Partnership for Development with Africa as its own mechanism for entry and for consolidation of Canadian corporate interests in Africa. And each of these spiral into a new wave, a new frontier of even more pernicious agreements.
Will take place. And we again want to stress the point that we do not accept this summit. This summit is no democratic, legitimate base. We are the people, we have the basis. We were 80,000 here today. And we really, really want to have a brave, powerful anti-G8 movement evolving. The social rhetoric of the G8 having evolved in the last couple of years is a reaction to our movement growing.
Dear friends, welcome to Rostock. I think that it's very important that we make the question of war and peace a central subject of our protests here, because the people who are meeting behind the fence in Heiligendamm, Merkel and Bush, are those responsible for the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
My name's Chris Nynham. I'm from the Stop the War Coalition in the United Kingdom. We obviously are very happy that Tony Blair is now going. He's going because of the anti-war movement, we believe, at least largely. He's certainly going because of the disaster of the war in Iraq. Now we have to turn our attention to Afghanistan and start to organise the same outcry about Afghanistan that we managed to organise around the world over Iraq.
Afghanistan is liberating them. Someone has yet to explain to me how supporting the Karzai government, made up of warlords, known for mass murder, known for mass rape, known for mass killing, is liberating the women of Afghanistan.
So I think what comrades are doing in Canada, just like people are gathering here to do in Rostock, just like we are doing back in Africa, of having a symmetry of resistance to this increasing scope of a global integrated global agenda, is an extremely powerful one. For which reason I extend my congratulations and my solidarity to all of you in the peace movement, in the movement against various forms of neoliberal and imperial globalization, in giving the Canadian public a clear sense of why all of them should be unremittingly hostile and opposed to the agenda that these men represent, and at the same time deepen democracy in Canada against the same kind of inequality which is growing in Canada, and which also Canadian businesses and the Canadian elite are extending across the world. That is the message that I bring to you, and I'm very grateful that we have this opportunity to meet each other, to greet each other, and above all to fight wherever we are for a cause that is the same and is in our interest.
Endlich ein Zuhause für deine wilden Träume. Deswegen zurück auf die Bäume.